Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to build live a full body workout you can do 5 days a week. This is a program I call the Drunk Russian. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you would like a custom Drunk Russian workout, one that's designed on your equipment and your exercise preferences, you can check out the link down below. All right. So I've just finished a phase where I did basically squats and deadlifts on the same day. I called this a death day. I'm going to enter a new phase of training, something I'm going to run for about 3 or 4 months just to try something different. And I'm going to run this Drunk Russian program. I created this program back around, 2008, 2009. Basically, I thought, let's see if I can train 5 days a week, rotating in different exercises. Let's see how it feels. This program actually took off. A lot of people have tried it over the years. The one thing I found out about this program is when structured properly, because it's not as intense as a body part split or upper lower type of split where you're not doing as much work per day, my joints actually felt a little bit better. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the case for everybody, but give it a try if you're interested and see what you think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a custom workout for myself here live, give you guys some ideas, and this is going to be based on my home gym equipment. Now, so one of the cornerstones of the Drunk Russian program is that you squat every day except for your middle day. On your middle day, you're going to deadlift. Every other day, you're going to squat, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. Now, if you want to squat at the end of your days, because the squat can be a little bit, more physically challenging, mentally challenging, you can do that. We'll get into this in just a little bit. What I recommend for you guys is that you start with about 2 sets per major body part per day. Major body parts include chest, delts, quads, and back. From here, you can fill in the gaps, build out this program however you want, with arm work, with hamstring work, with trap work, whatever you want, with ab work, with calf work. You don't have to do each of those every single day. Basically, with the Drunk Russian program, we want to work the major body parts every single day, and then you can fill out the rest of your program how you see fit. So if we start with 2 sets a day on the major body parts, we're going to get about 10 working sets for them during the week. You can move this out to 3 sets per day if you want. That's perfectly fine. For one of the major body parts, you could go upwards of 15 sets per week. That's up to you. You could rotate intensity. You could do 3 sets of bench one day, 2 sets of maybe dips the next. So there are really no rules as long as the weekly volume works for you. So we're going to look at chest, back, shoulders, and quads first. We're going to fill in how we're going to do these in just a little bit. But I'm going to put in my chest work at the top, and we'll adjust these moving forward as we see fit to fit our daily preferences. But I want to make sure we slot in everything here. And then we're going to have back. We're going to put in back work in between the pulling stuff, chest and shoulders. So let me just slot that in. And then we'll put in our delts. And even though we have squats, we're going to do additional quad work just because we're maniacs. And one of the things I'm going to show you guys here shortly, if I can type delts correctly, is that because we're already doing squats, you don't necessarily need to work in quad work every day. What you could do is you could work in quads here, quads. So you see we have quads on the day we do deadlifts. And then here you could put in hams. So this is a good way to work in quads. We'll have squats 4 days a week. So we're going to end up with 4 sets of squats. Basically, you're going to do 1 set on each of these days. So you have 4 sets. Then we'll work in quads on 3 of these days, hamstrings on 2. And we're putting together a pretty solid program. Now, for my program, I'm going to run arms each day just because I want to. I like training arms. And I'm going to fit in my triceps. on each day. I could leave them out on the middle day if I wanted to. Maybe we'll work something else in, like traps there. Triceps and triceps. And then we'll finish off with our biceps. And we'll kind of look at how much work this is going to be per day here in just a second. I'm going to leave that open in case I want to put in something else. Who knows? Maybe we want to work in calves. Maybe we want to work in abs, whatever. So we'll just leave that open. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. So we have 7 exercise slots, but the squats themselves are only going to be 1 set per day. So keep that in mind. Again, you can move that to the end of the workout if you want to and get your other work in. So chest, I'm going to start off with bench. And then on the middle day, I have the ability to do barrel press and dumbbell bench. I'm probably going to put in an incline bench over here. I've been working incline lately. And I'm not going to get into the specific sets and reps. I'll determine that when I'm done. I just want to fill out the exercises. And remember, guys, you can do 2, 3 sets. You can do whatever protocol here. So I have bench press, I have barrel press, and I have incline bench. Now, I'm probably going to squeeze in the dumbbell bench. So what I'm going to do here is, because the barrel press is a little bit lighter of a movement compared to the dumbbell bench, is I'm going to put in the dumbbell bench here. That leaves me with 1 chest exercise choice. And at home, I have jammer arms. So I'm going to put in the jammer arm chest press. So we have our chest work. All right, now let's look at back next. I'm going to put Pendlay rows here on the deadlift day, and I'll show you guys why in just a second. I also want to fit in dumbbell rows. So we'll put those on Monday. I also have lat pull downs, which I can do here at home, lat pull downs. And I like to work in T-bar rows, so I'm going to throw those over on day 5. I have a T-bar station. And we just need 1 more back exercise. Here I'm going to throw in the Meadows rows. I have a landmine station, so let's throw in the Meadows rows. So we have our chest work and we have our back work. Now let's look at our delt work. Because I'm doing bench over here, I'm going to put my pin press maybe somewhere over here. This looks like a good place to put the pin press. This is my really heavy overhead press for the week. And I'm going to maybe slot in the Arnold presses over here. I like to do the Arnold press, just a little bit easier for me to get them into position. On the middle day, I'll probably put side lateral raises. Now I'm going to toss in one of my favorite creations, the bulldozer lateral. This is something, if you guys are not familiar with, go to the main page of my channel and search bulldozer lateral. This is a lateral variation that I came up with. And to round out things, I am going to put in high pulls here. This is just a fun exercise. A high pull is kind of like an upright row, but it's a little bit more powerful. So because I don't have any direct rear delt work, your rear delts are getting in a lot of work here. I'm going to put rear delts in here. So I'm going to put bent over flies, just because I don't really need calf work. So we'll slot those in there. Now I have hamstring work and I have my quad work. Because I'm deadlifting here, as far as hamstring work, could I put in a stiff leg deadlift? Could I put in a Romanian deadlift? Probably. The best day to do that would probably be after deadlifts. So I'm going to put in here a stiff leg deadlift. I really like this variation. It's something I've been doing a lot lately. I've done plenty of RDLs in the past. Stiff leg deadlifts are just a little bit more enjoyable for me right now. Are they purely a hamstring exercise? No, but I'm going to work those in just because I want to. And over here, we'll put in leg curls. For quads, we have squats in the mix. I'm going to put in leverage squats. I have a leverage squat machine at home, or leverage squat station. I also have leg extensions. And we'll put those in here. And the other quad exercise I usually do at home are the sissy squats. I have a sissy squat station. I enjoy those. So that's my leg work. Now we have triceps and traps. For shrugs, I'm simply going to put in hex bar shrugs just to work that hex bar in a little bit. Now for triceps, I like to do the seated triceps push downs. So I'm probably going to put those here. Seated triceps push downs. I have a station here, a machine station, where I can do the seated triceps push downs. We also have the JM press, which I'm going to slot in here. We have the cable tricep extensions. Let me get that extra 5 out of there. And I'm going to put in close grip bench press. So that's my tricep work for the week. Now biceps, I don't know, doesn't really matter how you slot these in. I like hammer curls, maybe easy bar, 18s. I like to do 18s instead of 21s. Sounds silly, but it's just a little bit more forgiving. And I also like to do dumbbell curls. And we have one more biceps exercise. I'm going to do reverse grip bicep focused lat pull downs. I really like this exercise. I can feel my biceps work. So I'm going to put reverse grip biceps focus. That's a lot of words to fit in here. Lat pulls. So there you have it, the basic outline of my program. Now, this is something I'm going to have to move these around a little bit for it to make sense. Before I do so, what I've typically done for squats is I would use the same weight for each day. So it doesn't matter what you start with. It could be 225, 245, 275, 315, whatever you're at. Each week you're going to use the same weight. On day one, let's just say you're using 245 pounds. You're going to do 245 pounds for 7 reps. Day 2, you're going to do 245 by 8. Day 3 is obviously when you're going to do your deadlifts. Day 4, you're going to do 245 by 9. And then day 5, you're going to do 245 by 10. See how that's working out? So you're slowly creeping up in reps each day. And then when you get to week 2, you're going to add 5 pounds. So basically you're trying to add 5 pounds to the bar. If you get to the end of the week and this is feeling super taxing, obviously you want to be cautious. You could also push this last set for max safe reps. And if you hit 12 or more or 2 over your goal, then you could add 5 pounds the following week. Anyway, this is a really good structure. For deadlifts, you could do the 2s protocol. This is rather simple, where you do something around 6 to 7 reps for your top set, and then you back down weight about 10%, and you do max safe quality reps. Now I'm going to show you how I am going to move things around a little bit to fit my needs. Because I'm doing the deadlift and the Pendley row here, what I want to do, and we'll just kind of scoot that over, I'm going to move straight from deadlifts to Pendley rows because they're using the same barbell. Everything else on this day makes sense. There's nothing that's really interfering. So let's look at this day. We have bench, dumbbell rows, Arnold press, lever squat. That looks pretty reasonable. Jammer arm chest press, lat pulls, high pull downs. That looks reasonable. We're just basically looking for interference or anything that doesn't make sense. Barrel press, Meadows rows, pin press. I want to start with the pin press because that is the big hitter. So we'll move that up here. And we'll take this barrel press and we'll move that down. Stiff leg deadlift is a big hitter, but we'll be fine putting that later in the workout. And day 5, incline bench, T-bars. That looks good. So basically, there you have it. That's something you could run at a home gym if you had this type of equipment. This is what I'm going to run. A couple of notes to round out. I wouldn't do more than 1 set of squats per day. 4 sets of squats per week is fine. Any of your chest, any of your back, any of your shoulders, or any of your quads or leg exercises, you can do either 2 or 3 sets for each of those exercises on a given day. For my arms, I'm going to do about 2 sets for triceps on each day. That's 8 sets per week. And I'm going to do 2 sets per biceps as well. So that'll be about 8 sets per week. And here I have in my traps and some extra rear delt work. You could obviously work in some extra stuff. So if you look here, we have 6 exercises, and you're going to do 2 to 3 sets for each of those. So that's basically 15 sets. This is going to be set 16. So overall, you can see volume-wise, 16 sets is probably going to take you about 70 minutes in the gym. It shouldn't be too bad, give or take. So this is a pretty reasonable training day. And again, if you want to move squats to the end or add in anything else, add in extra work for your rear delts, add in forearm work, add in calf work, there is room to add all of this stuff in. And again, if any of you guys would like me to build a custom drunk Russian program for you, check out the link down below. I do build custom workouts as a service, and I would love to help. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.